You ever wonder how these giant companies, like Amazon, or even huge public services like the NHS, how they seem to know exactly what millions of people want? I mean, they're not asking every single one of us, right? Well, it's not magic. It's actually a really clever statistical method. The crazy thing is, they get a super clear picture from just a tiny little slice of the whole population. The real secret, the magic sauce, is in how they choose that slice. So let's dive in and see exactly how they pull this off. Now, you might think it's just some kind of random guessing, right? Just picking names out of a hat. But in the world of high-stakes data, where getting it right is everything, guessing just doesn't fly. Nope. There's a much smarter, way more strategic method going on behind the scenes. Yeah, think of this method as a cheat code for data. It's a faster, more reliable way to get the answers you need. And it's used everywhere. We're talking market research in London, quality assurance in Greater Noida, you name it. It's called systematic sampling.
Okay, so what is it? What's really cool about this is just how simple it is. Seriously, all systematic sampling means is you pick a random place to start, and then you grab every, say, 10th person or 50th item after that. It creates this steady, predictable rhythm for collecting data, which makes it, you guessed it, incredibly efficient.
But to really get why this is such a game changer, we kind of need to look at the problem it's solving. I mean, why isn't just picking names out of a hat, what we call simple random sampling, why isn't that good enough for the big leagues? Okay, just picture this for a second. You've got a list of 10,000 customers, and you need to randomly pick 500 of them. It's a total logistical nightmare. You'd have to assign a number to every single person, fire up a random number generator, and then try to hunt down each of those 500 individual selections. It's so slow, it's messy, there has to be a better way. And this really shows you the difference right here. Simple random sampling? That's the snail. It's super high effort, super low speed. But systematic sampling? That's the rocket. And here's the kicker. It gives you the same statistical power. Your results are just as good, just as valid, but with a tiny fraction of the effort. It's a no-brainer, right? All right, so how do you actually use this cheat code? Well, it's awesome because it boils down to a really simple 3-step blueprint. Let's walk through it together. The whole thing, the entire process, really just hinges on this one ridiculously simple formula. It's K equals N divided by N. Don't worry, it's easy. N is just your total population, everyone you could survey. N is how many people you want to survey. And K, well, that's the magic number, the interval we're going to use. Let's make this real. Imagine you're working with a clinic in Berlin that has 1,000 patients. That's your N. And let's say you only have the resources to survey 100 of them. That's your N. So what do? You just divide 1,000 by 100 and boom, your interval K is 10. See? Simple as that. So there are your steps. 1. Define your population. 2. Pick your sample size. 3. Calculate that interval. But wait, there is one more secret ingredient. And this is the part that makes the whole thing truly fair and unbiased. And here it is. This is what keeps everything on the level. You see, you can't just start with the very first person on your list. That wouldn't be random. You have to inject a little bit of pure chance right at the very beginning. And we call this the random start. Okay, so let's go back to our Berlin clinic. Remember, our interval was 10. So what that means is we need to randomly pick a number between 1 and 10. That's it. So let's say we roll a die or use a generator, and we land on the number 4. And now it all just clicks into place. You start with patient number 4. Then you just add your interval of 10. So your next pick is patient 14. Then patient 24, patient 34. You just keep that simple rhythm going all the way down the list. And just like that, you've created a powerful, unbiased sample in like minutes. Okay, hold on. Before you run off and start sampling everything in sight, there is one hidden trap you absolutely need to know about. This is the pro-level tip. This is what separates the newbies from the experts. I know, it seems almost too easy, doesn't it? So what's the catch? Well, the danger lies in a hidden feature your data might have, something that you might not even notice if you're not looking for it. And that hidden trap has a name, periodicity. Fancy word, but all it means is that there's some kind of hidden pattern, or a cycle, or a rhythm in your data list. And if your sampling interval, by pure bad luck, lines up with that hidden rhythm, oh man, your entire sample can become completely hopelessly biased. Here's the classic example.
Imagine you have a company employee list, and for whatever reason, it's sorted so that every 10th person is a manager. Now, what if your sampling interval is also 10? You see the problem, right? You would end up surveying only managers and your results would be totally skewed. So here's the pro tip. Always glance at your list for these kinds of hidden patterns. And if you even suspect there might be one, the safest thing to do is just randomly shuffle the entire list before you start.
So there you have it. You know how it works, and you know the one big trap to look out for. And this isn't just some abstract theory, you know? This is a super practical skill you can actually use in a ton of different fields all over the world.
I mean, it's not just theory. Whether you're a student cramming for AP Stats in the US, or you're getting your CQI certification in the UK, or heck, even if you're building a startup somewhere in Europe, this is a fundamental tool. It helps you make smart, data-driven decisions without wasting time.
And really, that's the bottom line. When you absolutely need to understand a huge group of people or products or whatever, but you just don't have the time or money to check every single one, systematic sampling is hands down the most efficient way to get it done.
So now you've got the blueprint. You have the data cheat code. The only question left is, now that you know what to look for, as you go about your day, what hidden patterns are you going to start seeing in the world?